There is a huge problem in Pokemon Unite, and it needs to be addressed. And no, not the fact that Dodrio has 3 separate hats. When will someone say something about it? I noticed the White House is eerily silent when it comes to Dodrio having 3 hats. Make of that what you will. But there is something that's very frustrating inside Pokemon Unite right now, and it is the griefer. The full-on griefer inside the game. And this person has a very weird makeup, but they're all kind of similar, while they all have shades of being a little different. Some of them are constantly spamming inside your matches. Thanks, I need help, thanks, let me level up first. Like, we get it. You've made a lot of mistakes and now it's our fault, so we have to listen to your pings. Or they constantly surrender vote, or they go and they start stealing all of your jungle because things didn't go well in their lane, and they just start spinning AFK because they're unhappy. There's this weird player that exists inside this game, and they also have this very weird trait that is bizarre to me, which is they do this on purpose. They grief their teammates. It's completely unpunished, and they play this game a lot. Like, it's unreasonable how much they play this game. I play this game for a living, and I think on my main account, 8,000 some games, maybe getting close to 9,000 some games. And then I have a few other accounts that I've done some series with. These people, I've pulled up their profiles sometimes. They have 11,000, 13,000 I've seen games. 13,000 games of Pokemon Unite. And they are spending at least half of their games full on griefing their teams. I had a match the other day on stream with this Bulbasaur who got upset that I took some farm that was near both of us. The enemies were kind of in eye shot, so I didn't want to give them an opportunity to secure, but for them that was a bridge too far. The game was over at that point. Their items were, I want to say their items were Floatstone, Muscle Band, Weakness Policy Venusaur. I believe that was, or what, maybe it was a Score Shield or something like that. They weren't stacking, but they were running across the map to score. The whole thing was crazy. Literally, by the end of the game, I don't know why I said literally right there, as if I couldn't have said anything else, but by the end of the game, they were still a Bulbasaur. They stayed a Bulbasaur the whole game. They were just spinning around doing nothing all game. And we had a very fortunate moment in that I saw Ray was getting low. I positioned myself for a bit of a Hail Mary steal, and I got it. I got Rayquaza. And the saddest thing is, they got a win in this match that they fully that they didn't deserve. They fully griefed it. And the biggest thing is, I can't fully blame the player because they're just allowed to operate inside this system like this. Like, don't get me wrong, I blame the player. I don't mind if you're bad at this game. I mind if you're bad at this game and you make other people's experience worse. We're all bad at things. We all need to learn how to get better at, whatever video game we're playing or something. That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when someone is bad, then they're bad on purpose, and they're doing it so that you have a horrible time. And I think the worst part of all of this is it's completely unpunished. And I don't think there's anywhere else to lay the blame here except onto Pokemon Unite. They need to do something about these players. The full-on AFKs, the constant spamming of thanks and stuff like that inside games. By the way, you should just be able to mute pings, which is sad because pings are actually super valuable, except they're completely abused. And then you have people who full on grief, and they don't just grief you, because I'll have a moment like this inside of a game, and I will have people on my stream who will say, oh, I've run into this person, they did the exact same thing to me. And I know they're telling the truth because this griefer has played 13,000 plus whatever games. It's honestly absurd that they let them into matches with players anymore, especially people playing into ranked. I don't even want them to let them play people in standards. Maybe they just have to be relegated to bot games. Maybe they need a real warning that says, hey, you get reported constantly. And if someone gets reported constantly and they have 13,000 matches and they keep getting reported all the time, maybe at that point, there could be someone who actually looks into it. I understand you can't look into every report. There's millions of games of Pokemon Unite being played, so there's no way that they can look into all these reports. I guarantee they get reports all the time. But when a player is constantly getting reported, is this egregious. Also, when their win rate is so low that you recognize it's not because they don't know something that's happening, it's because they are actively throwing away their games. Something should be done. Something should be done by Pokemon Unite. Yeah. I mean, they need to do something about it. Because this person just played with me that one moment, and now they're going to play with somebody else. Basically, they move around ruining 4 other people's games throughout their entirety of playing Pokemon Unite. And I think it sucks. And I think something should be done about these players. The AFK system needs to be way more intense, and they need to do something. If people are AFK in a lot of games, you need to be locked out of ranked or locked out of playing with players for a minute and say, hey, you are AFKing way too much. You need to stop, or you can't play with people, because it ruins everyone else's time. And yes, they've gotten better at giving you some master rank points back, but it's just such a not good experience when you let a few, and it is a few, most people are playing the game, but you let a few bad players really ruin the experience for tons of players out there. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, maybe some good ways that they could actually police this, because I recognize reports are very odd. So I would love to hear how you would fix a solution like this. And I would say comment, like this video. Let's see if we can get some traction on this, because I really think Pokemon Unite should do something about this. The level at which these players grief, the amount of games they play, I really think something should be done. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you very much, and I will see you all next time. Don't worry, I'll secure the Rayquaza. I always do. Except when I don't, we lose. Because we have a troll. It's not a real player. Dang. They literally just evolved to Ivysaur. You can't make this stuff up. Okay. No way. No way. And they get to win that game. No way. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. That is so dumb. I'm mad that I won. I honestly am mad that I won. Ugh. That's crazy to me.